Hello my friends. So here is take 2 of last video. I want to recap. It was important to me actually to recap what happened, what was my earlier videos. So what was my latest videos all about, what I talked about. So let's kind of do a sum up of that. So first, let's talk about my gear. So stupid government here decided to turn e-bikes into real motorcycles. So yeah, I had to do some configuration here, as you can see, my bows, and here some of my arrows here, which I also going to talk about next videos, because I have problems with feathers where I'm from, and they're getting expensive if you want to buy them. So it's a good construction here to keep the whole thing tight. It's not going fast, you know, at a running speed, so it's not a big deal. I make sure this is secured. So yeah, so that will be my target again. I'm gonna go over there, do some shooting. You know, there was a video that I shared, an amazing experience of a missile strike. So just over my window right here, I saw it from the sky. Anyway, I lost that video. I really hope some of you got to see it before, well, the whole channel mess. So yeah, it was a hell of an experience. I doubt it'll be the last missile, but I hope there won't be any missiles here. Anyway, it's a lost. So yeah, big bloody thing, you know, the big ones with a fat head. I remember the shockwave, and then the adrenaline it was kind of hard to explain. It was a really hard kick in my face, my chest as well. I remember my ears actually had some pain there after that. You know, it's not, look, I know those are dangerous stuff, and if you have something like that in your area, you want to go and take shelter, you know. I know I don't encourage anyone to go out, take their phone and do any video of that. This is just me, okay? Look, I've known death like 1,000 times in my life. I've been in the hospitals more times than I can remember. Every time I actually drive with this, I cannot even explain to you how many times. I mean, death was at my door for so long, and I truly believe if God want to take me, you have 1,000 ways to do that. I made some changes on my bow because it's too big for that bag until I'm gonna get a bigger one. So I'll have to unstring it every time. But I made sure. Always have to look. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Let's do this. Eyes, eyes, eyes. On the left, so windy. I'm gonna aim for the left. Very windy, a very tiny target. Ain't no way I'm gonna get it at 15 meters, 20. Gotta reduce. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Hard wind. Gotta take the left. It's very, very difficult. Crazy wind. But that shows you need a powerful bow to deal with those winds. A lot of problem. with this heat, the devil is welcoming us into his halls. Although it's more like desert. Yes. If it's not the devil kingdom, good for us. People don't want to come here. Usually it's a busy road. In the autumn or spring or even winter, ain't no way we're gonna have this peace. And still, I'm nervous, very much. It's close. Lower. Almost. Bam. Right in the middle. You know, guys, I just remembered. Last video I talked about people thinks to use these bows for self-defense. Now let me tell you something. This is a very lightweight bow, maybe 20. I don't think it's beyond 25 pounds. Great bow, but listen to me. I've seen all these people teaching you really quick shooting, you know, like arrows after arrows. So they're like 1, 2, 3. You know, crazy stuff. Grabbing the arrows fast, holding it like this, and then boom. And then telling you, combat archery. You may not like what I'm saying, but this is complete bullcrap. Listen to me very carefully. I talk about from experience. I'm gonna share this. Actually, a few times I got to see things like that, but I'm gonna share with you one experience. Now look, speed archery does exist. I mean, Native Americans knew to shoot very fast. Saracen archery teaches you how to be fast. But listen to me, there is something called war bows. War bows are heavy. They are meant for power. Now, nobody wear armor today, so nobody tells you to take a 100-pound bow, not even a 70-pound bow. But you really see those people taking these lightweight bows, take one finger, and they literally do this, and telling you how deadly that is. Now look, someone very skilled said, don't overestimate our body, and he is right. But listen to me, there is something called pain tolerance, there is something called adrenaline. One day, I've seen from my window a fight, not taking anybody's sides, both bullies. One of them got stabbed, and he actually got stabbed multiple times. Now listen, you don't get that much blood on you if a tiny little pointy thing is sticking into you for, let's say, a centimeter into you, okay? Later turns out he got stabbed multiple times. Somehow he survived, they taken him to hospital, but that's not my point. After that, he took rocks or something. I remember him picking up, it was near a construction site, so it was probably blocks or rocks, and he threw at him back. He was completely covered in blood. It was after he got stabbed because they kind of got separated. Sometimes people are very strong. Their inner is very strong. They have pain tolerance. Unless it's something powerful that puts you down, aka bullet, you can still get up and do damage. And guess what? If you start thinking you shoot someone to defend yourself, it could be a wild hound, you're only going to taunt him even more. And then he might do something you later regret. And yeah, it could, it could be for hunting, or maybe an animal that it doesn't have, if you don't hit bone and you use a very sharp arrow, yes, but maybe you can put it down. But listen, if you have to, use a powerful bow, anywhere between 50 to 60 pounds. Some would say 45 pounds, maybe. You want something powerful enough to penetrate bone. so you can put the threat down. God forbid, I never put much thought to this. People have pain tolerance, and if somehow you have a terrible government like me and you can't get a gun, your only option is maybe something else. Sacrifice a few inches from your house, get some melee weapons there. I have a few axes, spear, I put my bows there. Mainly, I'll trust a bow more than a crossbow, but you can get a crossbow. How about that? But who knows? You get a gun for insurance. And if you can't, you know, best start training. Back in a minute. All right, in the business of speed shooting and whatnot. So, Native Americans, archery is different. A lot of times I start shooting this way, you know, because it's more comfortable. But again, that's not true, because it depends on your practice. There is a guy called Mead Archery. I'm not sure, Mead something. It was a great video. Him and another legendary archer, himself, Lars. There is a technique that I'm not yet good at, but you peel the arrow somehow from here. Okay? Now look, I'm trying speed archery. Not comfortable with any bow, but the idea is maybe you want to hold them somewhere around here, and then you kind of, well, you do that. 1, 2, 3. Very difficult. Back in a minute. I might go in depth with this one day. Since this is a lightweight bow, you can do a lot of things. In my latest video, I talked about the grip. Now, there is a problem, for me at least, with my grip. Okay, when I hold my bow with a pinch release, so basically you put 3 fingers right here, and then you close it with the thumb. Okay, so it's more like this. It tends to hurt in my wrist right here. It kind of hurts. Now this is a lightweight bow. It doesn't hurt much, but there is a way to reduce that pain a little bit. If you, instead of doing it straight, you kind of do it this way, you see? Kind of maybe put the thumb here, put 2 fingers or 3 fingers like this. So it actually reduces the pain and lets you draw a powerful, even more powerful bows. Because for me this is easy, very easy. Now there is the fantasy reverse grip. It's like this. Never really try. Let's try. On my target. You don't say. Fantasy starts with fun. So let's do some fun. Oh, shite. That was actually straight. I'm impressed. The reverse grip is not bad. Okay, one more time, reverse grip. Let's see how it looks. Is there someone actually shooting this way? Well, I get what's the problem, because when you peel it like this, then you have to change your hands. One more time. Ooh. Oh, almost. Because I don't have weight. And that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you subscribers, old and new. Again, thank you so much for being with me in this journey. So yeah, see you in the next video. I'm working on some good stuff. Hopefully soon, but we never know. God bless. See you in the next video, my friends. Bye for now.